Yeah, yes, sir. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. You know what I mean? This is the Zone Sports Podcast, man. Yes, sir. You hear my co-hosts over there hearing them homemade air horns for the boys. You know what I
Yeah.
mean? You know what I mean? It's your boy Big Vito. You know what I mean? Let them know who you be, my G.
Yo, it's your boy COOL, always wondering what the hell. It's your boy Corey, never telling the same old tired, lame old story. Yo, it's your boy Cool C, never, ever, never dated a floozy. And for those out there in YouTube land, we got some signage for you right out here, out back. It's your boy Corey, Big Vito. What's happening there?
Yeah, man, I'm feeling good. Last week, you know what I mean? We had to take a pod off because your boy is under the weather, you know what I'm saying? So I'm back feeling better than ever, ready to talk some sports because there's been a lot of shit going on. First off, I want to give a non-salute to Ohio State. A non-salute. A non-salute. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
A
yeah.
non-salute. You know what I'm saying? And just in case, you know what I'm saying? Y'all like, y'all forgot, you know what I mean? Mm. We smoking on that Ohio State pack still over there. You know what I mean? Over here in Michigan. You feel me? Over here in the Wolverine land. I just want to let them know that, Corey, just in case they
Yeah,
forgot. You know what I'm saying?
yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And if you ain't tapped into the Zone Sports Podcast IG page, I suggest you do that right now. Cause I wrote a little letter to the Ohio State fans, letting them know, just letting them
Yeah.
know that I'm actually glad that y'all won the chip. You know why? Because that makes us the last team that smoked y'all boots. So
Woo.
so salute. Hey, salute. You did it. You did it, and we did it too. You know what I mean? We did it too. You know what I mean? We the last team to smoke the champs' boots. I just want
What's
to put
up?
that out there. You know what I mean?
There you go.
You know what I mean? So until next year, because we got enough of y'all to cut the smoke on to next year, like I said. So you know what I mean? Salute. You know what I mean? But yeah, man. You know what I mean? Yo, let's keep it college though and just jump right into this shit, Corey. You know what I mean? First off, I hope your week off was great. You know what I
Yeah.
mean? But Corey, fuck all that. I'm disgusted right now. I'm so disgusted, Corey. I'm so disgusted. And right now, Corey, you wanna know why? It's hard to be a Tar Heel fan, Corey.
Real tough.
It's
Real tough.
tough. We gonna just jump right into it. You know what I mean? Ladies and gentlemen, if you was under a rock last night or didn't just have the time to catch the Tar Heels versus the Wake Forest Demon Deacon game, don't even trip. We got you right here. We're gonna fast forward and tell you what happened. Tar Heels lost 67-66. And Corey, this is why it's hard to be a Tar Heel fan. I'm gonna just, you know what I mean, just cut to the chase of it. I'm not used to this. I'm not used to losing to Wake Forest and things of that nature. This is I'm not familiar with this kind of basketball that the Tar Heels are playing. And Corey, I gotta ask you, is the culture of Tar Heel basketball gone from the University of North Carolina?
Um, I don't think it's gone, but I do think it's leaving. Um,
Mm.
and I don't think it's just for the Tar Heels. I think it's for every other college program out there, whether it's basketball or football. I think the deal with NIL and transfer makes college more of a business, which it's always been, by the way. But you're losing that home, that like, yo, this is the spot that I chose to go to. This is where I'm a ride or die. And look, I ain't saying you should not have the right or the ability to transfer. I'm not saying that at all. I still believe in players' freedom and movement and stuff like that. But one of the casualties of that is stuff like this happening. It's not just happening just in Kelly, it's happening all over the place. Women's college basketball, one of my favorite players, she's hella dope, Deja Kelly. You know, I follow on Instagram, but I don't do social media a whole lot. And so I'm watching the women's, Tar Heels, unfold or whatever. I'm like, yo, is she injured? I had no idea she left. If I'm not mistaken, she went to Oregon. For whatever reason or another, maybe money, Maybe Chapel Hill is too small for her, and she wants something bigger over out west. Who knows? But this type of stuff happens. But then you see players like RJ Davis who do stay for NIL. So it can work both ways. I think that the issue is that with the culture and the sense of belonging, it's going to get lessen and lessen every year. Like we both went to A&T, right? Not athletes, but A&T. I feel like I belong to that school. Like I belong, like I paid for a piece of this sidewalk. I paid for a small piece of that technology building with my tuition money. All this new shit that's getting built up over there, new buildings, new robots, agricultural centers, whatever the heck is over at A&T. I feel like I put, albeit a small fraction of that, I feel like that belongs to me. And with the transfer portal, you're not going to get that, at least from an athletic standpoint. And I think it's just going to be tough. And I mean, far as the on the court stuff, I think RJ Davis need to do a better job of getting involved early. Yes, he got 21 points last night, but man, it came. He was cold the first half. And if he's going to be a primary guy, we kind of need him involved way earlier. You look at some of the especially him and Elliot Cadeau. We don't have a bench, not really, right? We don't kind of went all in on small ball. We talked about this before, Big V, where we don't have any bigs to do the paint. There was way too many 3-point shots last night. Every time I turned around, and people complain about it in the NBA, it's happening in college too, or whatnot. Mm-hmm. It was way too many 3-point shots being taken, not enough attacking of the rim, not enough attacking to say, you know what, man, look, I may get hit, but man, send me at that free throw line. So but to your initial question with the culture, not just Carolina, it's everywhere. But yes, it is leaving. It is leaving, rather.
I kind of partially agree and disagree with you, man. I think it's gone. I think it left with
You
Roy
think it's gone
Williams.
all the way?
I think it's gone.
Okay.
I think it's gone. I think it left with Roy Williams. Man, listen, you know, I think it's gone, man, for several reasons. Dog, we lost to Stanford.
Yeah.
I'm gonna say that for the people that may be listening at work and maybe something loud in the background. They might have just thought they heard me wrong.
That was a tough loss.
We lost to Stanford. I shouldn't even have to say no more after that. We don't lose to teams of Stanford and I mean what's next? We're gonna get blew up by 50 by Harvard? What are we talking about? This is Tar Heel basketball, Corey.
Yeah.
And salute to Wake Forest.
Yeah, salute.
They've always been competitors over the years, but we don't lose to y'all. We just don't. We just don't. But you know what, Corey? I checked the stats, and since 2017, the record is 6-4 against the Demon Deacons. We're up 6-4. That is very close, and that margin I don't think had gotten that close until recently.
Yeah.
Again, since 2017. The culture the culture I think it was leaving on the tail end of Roy, and I think it's gone now. I look at the likes of the Duke Blue Devils. Krzyzewski is gone. Coach K been gone.
Yeah.
That culture's still there, Corey. Say
They
what you
number
want.
country, bro. They number 2 in the freaking country.
The culture is still there, Corey. The
You
culture's
right.
there. It's there. It's evident that it's there. It is so evident that it's gone at North Carolina. Corey, I heard that we play Duke this weekend.
February the 1st.
Oh, so next weekend.
Yeah, next weekend. We got Boston College this Saturday. After that, we got Pitt, and then we're gonna have Duke that next Saturday.
So we talking a week. I remember back in the day, Corey, when the culture was there, we could feel that in the air at least a week in advance.
You're right.
It would be in the air, Corey.
Right.
We wouldn't be stumbling and talking about us losing to Stanford and Wake. We are the ESPN wouldn't even be discussing those games. They will be already flashing forward to the
Mm-hmm.
Duke and Carolina rivalry that's happened on
Right.
February 1st and showing old clips of Christian Laettner and the boys.
You're
And
right.
Aaron Montrose and things of that nature. Jerry Stackhouse coming around at Duke and dunking on poor Cherokee Parks and them.
Yeah.
They would have been showing that a week in advance. Every day up until the game. What are we talking about? The culture is gone. You know how else I know the culture is gone? Throughout the years, even during football season, we keep hearing about people committing to Duke, but for basketball, I haven't heard of peep out of anybody committing to North Carolina.
You're right, bro.
The
I don't
culture,
follow it that hard, but you're right. You normally hear
you,
of us landing somebody in the top 10 of the ESPN 100 or McDonald's All Star. So you're right. I haven't.
that Corey, that's my you making my point for me. The Houston didn't have to follow it hard because it would have been in your face because the culture was there. The culture is gone. People are going to where the culture, and this is the other reason why, I like the transfer portal. People are going where the culture is. I'm gonna
Yeah.
give you a prime example, right? For people that don't know, I'm also a photographer. I do photographer as a professional business. B Dot from 102 Jams, formerly of 102 Jams, pardon me, hired me to do a job covering him coaching the up and coming players that were coming out of high school and were getting ready to go to college. It's a popular tournament they have like once a year here in Greensboro. It's named after a player who passed away before he could get to college. I forgot the name of it. Lord forgive me, but it's a well known event that happens like once a year. I don't know if they may still be doing it since COVID has gone, but this was before COVID. And again, B Dot hired me. Salute to B Dot.
Salute.
And I got to cover a whole bunch of guys that were going off to college that year. This was making so dope. This was my first time meeting um Kobe White. Hadn't even
Mm.
got to UNC yet.
Wow.
He hadn't even got to UNC yet. He was still playing for Goldsboro, but he has committed to UNC. Um, First time meeting a young man by the name of Shaquille Moore. He was out
Mm.
of Charlotte or something. Committed to NC State. Couple other guys. It was a guy that went to Duke. He ended up transferring to Michigan in his later years. I forgot his name, but he could really shoot the basketball. It was great. Um, I ended up. It was a couple other guys too, but Shaquille Moore ended up going to NC State. Things didn't work out for him. He transferred to a Southern team. I don't know if it was Alabama or one of those Southern teams. It was a Southern team out that way like that. Things didn't work out. Now he's hooping for Kansas. I like that. He's making a difference at Kansas. He's
Mhm.
going where the culture is. And I like that. When the culture isn't there no more, these cats don't want to play for you. And I know nowadays it's about the NIL and things of that nature, but when the culture is there, you lose less people.
Yeah.
You don't see this happening at Duke. The culture is there. It's still the standard. The standard is going away from UNCG. We don't talk about UNCG, but UNC Tar Heels right in front of our eyes, Corey. The standard is dwindling every single year because we keep looking subpar.
Yeah. Well, I think we had a player. I think he was from Kansas. Was it Dontrez Styles? I might not be having that right. But anyway, I know he left because I know cats used to talk about, yo, you need to go in the game. This was last year, or whatever. And of course, I look on the roster, he's not there anymore. It just makes you wonder, like, why did he leave? Was it PT? Was it money? Like, you'll never know. We had another guy. Matter of fact, which is crazy because we barely beat NC State. We normally own NC State, and we had a transfer from Carolina that's now on NC State.
That's my point. That's
Yeah, I think
blas-
you
that,
got me
that's
on this. You got
that's
me on this one.
that's blasphemous, Corey.
Yeah,
That is blasphemous. That is
you're right.
blasphemous to even
You're right.
say or even to have the idea of going to NC State. It's best
Right.
must up for NC State to even be competing with us. What are we
You
talking about?
right, bro.
Bro, I was at my homeboy crib a couple weeks ago, and his uncle is a diehard State fan. And we all were sitting there trying to name all the players that NC State put out pro wise versus UNC pro wise. We could have went up another 4 hours of players that Carolina put out
Mhm.
versus the players that NC State put out. Like their most famous players from NC State is Spud Webb and and Hodge.
Wow.
And it was one more that I forgot. I think Vinny Del Negro. Pardon me.
Yeah.
That's it. The culture is gone. It's gone, man. It is gone. It is gone, man. But let's keep the show going. You know what I mean? We're gonna move it to the NBA real quick. You know what I mean? Because the NCAA college basketball, my team is saddening me. They are saddening me. So, yo, let's go to the NBA, Corey, and we got to talk about this debate. We gotta talk about this debate. You know what I mean? I don't know why it is a debate, but it is a debate. It's a legit debate.
It
You know what I
is.
mean?
Yeah.
Last week while we was off, the Spurs had a game against the Memphis Grizzlies,
Yeah.
and Ja Morant did a play where he was going to the hole, and the whistle blew. The whistle clearly blew,
Yeah.
but he says when he's in position to go to the hole like that, pause. He don't hear any whistle. That's what he said post game. He don't hear any whistle. He don't hear any whistle. He sees red. He going to the hole. He's going to yammer you. So what he does, he go to the hole, and nonetheless, who's down there? Of course, your boy Wembyana, 7 foot plus Wembyana. Wembyana goes up, tries to challenge my guy Morant at the rim. Morant cocks it back and throws it down. And I have to put throws it down in quotation marks because it wasn't quite a dunk. He cocked the ball back and threw the ball abruptly, aggressively through the rim over the 7 foot plus Wimbiana. His hand did not touch the rim. The rim did not bend. You could clearly tell it was just a aggressive throw down. But boy, what a nasty throw down it was. Corey, some people are calling this a dunk. Some people aren't. Where do you stand on this, Corey?
Man,
What are your thoughts, man?
it's I get the technicalities of the hand not touching the rim per se, but the end result is exactly the same. It's a dunk. Stop it. It is a dunk. And you know what? This ain't the first time we've seen this, right? This ain't the first time we've seen this style of dunks.
Mm-hmm.
I may be missing a few, but to me, the guy who popularized it, Dwight Howard, and
Yes.
another guy in Blake Griffin, to me, they're the kings of the throwdown. Where now I ain't saying they would never dunk, because they did, but Dwight Howard in particular, especially in the slam dunk contest, if I'm not mistaken, it was a Superman costume that he had on, where it wasn't technically a dunk, but it was a ferocious dunk down, a throwdown, and we call it a dunk. Big V, I want to tell you here tonight, as of 6:18 p.m., as of this recording, January the 22nd, that is a dunk. Dunk, dunk. Period, point blank. What say you? It's a dunk. And we could go ahead. This could be the shortest segment of the show. It's a dunk, and you better not say it's not, Big V.
You know what, man? This definitely is going to be the shortest segment of the show because guess what? I definitely disagree with you. I disagree with you. I fucking disagree with you. That was not no dunk, Corey. Corey, we came on this podcast the week before last, and you know, the rim, and I'm so glad you brought up that trash Dwight Howard dunk
Come
he
on.
did. It was, bro. That is one of the worst. Can we be honest on this podcast?
Yes.
That Dwight Howard dunk with the cape on was one of the worst dunk contests in history. What
Give me a break. Are you kidding me?
the drawing contest or a dunk contest? I'm confused. Yo, that the White Howard dunk. Stop. I'm so glad you brought that up, bro. To this day, I hold that as I don't even count that as a dunk. That is one of the worst dunk contests in history, and I don't even know why he won. He looked doofy with that cape on, and I don't even know why he won even the contest. He ain't even dunk it. What we talking about? Y'all, we from the J.R. Ryder era when he went through the legs and grabbed the rim, not threw it down. What we talking about? What? We're from the D Brown era where D Brown covered his face, Corey. Look, let me cover his face, Corey, like this. And at least he dunked it. He ain't throw it down. We from the Spud and Spud Webb. Oh, what we talking about? We from that 3-point line Jordan era who didn't just throw it down, Corey. He dunked, they pulled the rim, and you could see the dunk. This was not a dunk. And this was, and you know what? And even if it was, Corey, the whistle blew. The whistle blew.
I don't care about no whistle.
The whistle blew
The
already,
official.
Corey.
Care about the official all of a sudden? Listen. Time out. Okay, I'm gonna stay on task here because we know you hate Dwight Howard. So you ain't gonna give my man a fair shake. But we gonna push that to the side. And yes, he should have been top 75. But that's neither here nor there. We're gonna go back to the topic that you graciously bestowed to us. You mean to tell me a whistle, a zero blowing a whistle? Did Wemby not go up and try to challenge that dunk and got shitted on?
He
I'm gonna
did.
answer it for you. I'm gonna help you out. The
He did.
answer is yes,
He did.
yes. Now, again, if you want to argue the logistics of the hand touching a piece of metal, be my guest.
That's a
But
dunk.
it's a dunk. It is a dunk. A
Now,
throwdown dunk, but nevertheless, it's a dunk. It is a dunk. Okay? The dub sack was in my man's face, and Ja Morant, aka Ja Rule, is only 2'4" compared to Victor Wembanyama. The effect is the same. It is a dunk. Corey don't give a damn about no whistle. Corey don't give a damn about no metal. The logistics of metal and the engineering aspect of the rim touching the metal. Victor got shitted on bad, and that's because he got dumb. Yeah.
look,
Hey, look, dunk or no dunk, I don't want no problems with Johnny Dangerous, okay? Dude, I saw that last week and I felt bad for Victor's soul.
I did. I ain't gonna lie, bro. I felt like dude came down, dude that got dunked on by Cooper Flag. I think his soul entered Victor, and I think
Yeah,
Victor felt his soul, and I think Victor, he felt the spark just try to uplift him, but he forgot that he was going against Jesus Christ himself, and Jesus Christ snatched his soul right. I ain't gonna lie, it was a nasty throwdown. I can't get with a dunk, but Corey, let me tell you, man, I ain't gonna lie to you. I might not call it a dunk, but let me tell you, I was on my feet at the crib like it was. I could not believe it. I cannot believe Ja Morant did that to the listen.
yes.
I cannot believe he did it. And let me tell you, bro, if he Victor better be glad that he didn't grab that rim
Woo, woo.
because his dub sack would have been on his neck. Victor might have failed. He would have had to hang on the
Yeah.
rim for his safety. That would have been Corey.
Hey,
Corey.
you right, bro.
Can we get a rest in peace for Victor Soul? We won't have to keep doing this all year because this is the second rest in peace in less than 2 weeks, Corey. Corey,
Yeah.
rest in peace to the young man who got dunked on by Cooper Flag. I hope your soul is somewhere doing great. And guess what? We sending one up there to you with Victor Wembanyama with Victor Wembanyama. So his soul is gone. It is floated away. It is somewhere in the air. You know
I
what I
would
mean?
like to add an honorable mention. I don't know who he dunked on, but one small bright spot for our Tar Heels where Ian Jackson had a killer dunk on somebody from Wake Forest team last night. Boy,
Oh, rest
that
in
was
peace.
ugly too.
Yeah. Rest in peace. That was the highlight of the night. Bro, rest in peace to that young man soul from Wake Forest too that got dunked on too. Cause boy, your soul, that's a dunk. That's a dunk. You
That
right.
is a dunk.
That was a dunk, Court. And let me tell you, his soul is gone too. His soul has floated away. He is not at Wake Forest this evening. His soul drifted away last night because your boy took it. It's gone.
I'm gonna
It
pull
is
some
gone.
out for the homies who ain't here.
Yes,
Yeah.
sir. Yes,
No,
sir.
there we go. All
There
right.
you go. You know what I mean? Speaking of people and places and teams that are not here, Corey, it is the few places that are not open anymore.
Yeah.
It is a slew of facilities that have been shut down during these NFL playoffs, Corey. You know why? Because they asses have got booted out. They have got booted out of the playoffs. Their field is no longer exists. It is shut down to next year, Corey, and we are down to the four teams, Corey, this coming up weekend, Corey. The NFC Championship is here. The AFC Championship is here. We got the Commanders against the Eagles, Corey. Corey, I feel like it's 96, 94 all over again when these two teams were rivals, Corey. They were rivals at one point. They were rivals, Corey. We from the era to know that. And we
Yeah.
also on the other side, we got the Bills and the Chiefs, Corey. We got Patrick Mahomes. You feel me? We got my boy who played like he never gives a damn on the other side of the Bills, Josh Allen, a possible MVP, Corey. That's what we got. We got some shootouts coming, man. I ain't
Yeah.
even gonna lie, Corey. And I'm gonna be honest, man. Before we give our picks, we gotta give a major shout out to my guy, the rookie on the Commanders, man, the quarterback that had HNIC in charge. You feel me? Jaden Daniels, man. Listen, there's no look, man. Clear cut rookie of the year. Let's just call it.
Oh,
Like
easy.
let's stop. It's not a debate. Clear cut rookie of the year, taking his team to the NFC Championship. Corey, this is insane.
I can't believe that.
It's guys like him and my guy CJ Stroud, who also, made an impact last year on his team as a rookie. These guys are incredible.
Yeah.
To come in and lead a team of grown men when you're only just entering your 20s barely yourself, this is insane, Corey. This is insane. He has single-handedly brought relevance back to the Washington football team.
It's crazy.
This is
It's
insane. This is crazy, man. On the other side, Corey, we got your boy Jalen Hurts
yeah.
doing his thing. That decent, you know what I mean? I can't even say decent. More than decent offensive line over there, blocking for Saquon Barkley.
Yeah.
You know what I mean, Corey? This is going to be a great game, Corey. Who do you have winning this game?
Well, I'll tell you what, before I even get into that, I want to talk about Jalen again for the Commanders. He's basically done messed it up for like any other rookie quarterback that's going to get drafted, because all these owners, they like to go. I've kind of been more of let them sit for a year, let them kind of gravitate before you throw them
Yeah,
out there.
the learning curve has risen now. The
Every,
learning curve has
every
risen.
time I say that, you get him or you get a CJ Stroud. And it's just like, man, now, man, gosh,
As
to
if,
your
and as if Bo Nix hadn't risen the bar also. You know what I mean?
yes, man, I'm telling you, bro, this is I want to start with the Bills and the Chiefs.
Okay, let's go Bills and Chiefs then first. Cause this is where it's at. This is where it's at, Corey. I ain't gonna
Man,
lie. This is the one I really got my eye on, Corey. I ain't gonna lie to you.
bro, I I struggle to say this because every time I do it, I get egg on my face. I don't know shit about picking no teams, but I think Buffalo gonna get Kansas City this time, bro.
Mm.
I think they're gonna get them. I ain't gonna say it's gonna be by a lot, I don't exactly know how it's going to happen. I don't have any insight. Okay, I don't know if Caitlin Clark, in addition to Taylor Swift, is going to be. I don't know any of this. I don't know. I just feel like enough is enough. And I feel like Josh Allen back is against the wall where, bro, if not now, when? It's almost like Buffalo have to do it. And if they don't do it, they need to get to the back of the line. What say you, bro?
Man, I partly want to agree with you, bro. I ain't gonna lie, but
Man,
it's like this with me. If I'm placing my money, I'm going KC. If I'm
no
on it,
doubt.
if I'm on this podcast, I gotta say I think it might be the Bills time. I think it might be the Bills time. I think it might be the Bills time, man. A part of me, I feel like, and I know that, Kansas City has gotten them the last few times, but boy, it's been close. It's been
Yeah.
by the skin of their teeth, and something just telling me that Josh Allen, he ain't going out like that this time. I don't think he is. I could be wrong, but yo, if you're listening and you're thinking about betting, go Kansas City though. But I just
Please
want you, please go Kansas City. Go Kansas City. You know what I mean?
don't
Don't
listen
bet
to
it.
us with that. We're talking
Right,
about our hearts and not your money.
right. On this podcast though, just talking sports to my sports peeps.
Got to do it, man.
I gotta go to Bills. Gotta go to Bills. You know what I mean? What about this? What about this? What about this next game though, man? What we doing, man? Eagles,
Well,
Commanders. Where you going?
man, I think that the Commanders train stops here. You have AJ Brown still continuing to read self-help books on the sideline. He has some type of zen going on. Why does that need to occur during the game as opposed to before, after the game? I don't know. The coaches don't have a problem with it. So zen on, my man. Improve yourself. Self-help. Go for yours, man. Now I will say this now. Jalen Hurts do got a knee injury or a knee discomfort or something. So we're going to have to keep an eye on that. As it's recording Wednesday, I haven't heard any more yay or nay. Only thing I heard was that the offensive coordinator is going to call the same style of play that he would normally call in that normal situation. That is something to look forward to. But just all things being fair and equal, I think the Commanders train stops here, and I think it's going to be Eagles versus Bills, man.
I gotta agree with you. I think Eagles got this. Um, in Vegas and on this podcast, I'm going Eagles. I'm going Eagles, man. Wifey is an Eagles fan, and
Oh, respect.
I'm an honorary Eagles fan because of that. You know what I mean? But yeah, I got Eagles. I think that the Eagles are a little bit more seasoned to do the job.
Yeah,
I'm rolling with them. You know what I mean?
yeah.
But it's time for the what the hell segment, Corey. What we got, man? What's going on, baby? What we going
So
like?
first,
What who on the list this week, man?
man, we got a whole lot on the list, man. I actually got a backlog, and it just keeps getting pushed back, man. For those who don't know, the What the Hell segment is sponsored by the little girl downstairs, known as Corey Smith as well. Envisioned by Big Vito, man. And I almost not did this one, Big Vito. Almost didn't because this one went on last year, and this said person had a book to promote. We got it. Cool. No problem. Promote your book. I love to read books. I got his book on my list. I haven't cracked it open yet, but I do plan on reading it, even if it's just for the buffoonery, man. But I got to give, I know we go back and forth about Dwight Howard being a top 75 player in the NBA. This one is a top 75 player in the NBA. And he played alongside Michael Jordan. He wore the number 33 for the Bulls. You may have heard of him. He goes by the name of Scottie Pippen. And you may say, well, Corey, you did a what the hell on him already. You're right. I did that last year, about the middle of last year, but it's still happening. See, Big V, sometimes I like to reflect. It's what we call a sobering moment. It's what we call, as Jay-Z once put it, a moment of clarity, as he eloquently stated on the Black album. But that hasn't happened for Mr. Scotty. He ain't gonna call him Scotty no more. I'm calling him Scott Pippen because he sound ridiculous. Big V, I just want to run down some of the points that he made on this podcast that Stephen A. Smith, his own podcast, pointed out. And I just want to kind of go through a few things real
Okay.
quick. he said that he was asked about who's the GOAT between LeBron James and Michael Jordan. Man said neither one of them are GOATs at all. None of them really helped their team or propel their team to the next level. If you have to give me a GOAT, it would be Magic Johnson. Now, I ain't gonna argue about Magic Johnson, but,
Salute.
but it kind of feels like we kind of still got some issues with Michael Jordan. So, okay, all right, cool, cool, cool. Next statement that he made. Speaking of GOATs, he said that technically I got 6 rings too, Big V. I got 6 rings too, Big V. I got that. So technically, why can't I make an argument that I'm not the greatest player of all time? Why can't I do that, Big V? I got 6 rings. Yeah, I may have came out because I had a migraine in Game 7 back in the 90s, but we don't want to trip about that. We don't want to trip when Tony Kukoc got put in over you in the finals. We don't want to talk about that. We don't want to talk about how you became a perpetual whining crybaby when you went down to the Portland Trail. But we don't want to talk about that. Right? Oh, but you thought I was done. I'm not done, Big V. Man say I didn't have to chase rings like LeBron did. Okay. Right. We're just gonna leave that right there. But then you know what, Big V? He was also asked a question. All things being fair and equal, if it was between himself, Scott Pippen, or LeBron James, who would the owners of the NBA, be most likely to start a franchise with? Scottie Pippen or LeBron James? This man pushed. He couldn't answer the question. But then he just said he the greatest of all time. But then I don't understand. So wait, are you the GOAT or not? What are you? What I don't get it. You're either the GOAT or you're not. And I'm trying to think. We do this show, but more than the show, we do a whole bunch of sports talk even before. That's how the show came about because we talk about sports. I want to be crystal clear, Mr. Scott Pippen. We're rooting for you, dog. We tend to root for the underdogs on this show. But you just now considering yourself the GOAT? Ain't nobody ever had you in no conversation. Ain't nobody here to see you, Otis. Ain't nobody here to see you. What are you talking about? You should have, if you felt that way, you should have been having talking the GOAT conversation a long time ago. He's about to become real close to Aaron Rodgers of me retiring him from the what the hell segment. Because I passed up on a real good one, but I might save it for next week. But Scott Pippen, what the hell? I'm through with this guy. But yeah, I'm gonna buy his book and read it though. It
Yo,
worked.
I'm gonna have to go watch this interview because I was
I'll
not
send
aware
it
of
to you.
this.
Yeah.
But yeah, I have to see this because yeah, before I
And this
even
was recent, by the way, baby. This is recent. This wasn't what even they brought up from last year, nothing like
well, that's the thing. He's been on a little podcast run because I saw him on another podcast keep trying to throw dirt on Jordan name. It's like he's on a tour of trying to do this, and I have to tap in and see what he's talking about because yeah, I don't know what the hell is going on. He's running rampant though. He got to relax. I don't know. Oh, Scott, you gotta relax, man. You know what I mean? Chill
that.
out.
Scotty.
You know what I mean? Shout out to everybody that be tuning in each and every week to the Zone Sports Podcast. We definitely appreciate y'all, man. You know what I mean? Make sure y'all follow the IG channel and tap into what we got going on. You know what I mean? Corey, you know how we do this thing, man. Each and every week. You know, I appreciate you, man. Y'all know how we end this joint, right? Right. Peace.